Are you ready for a real estate market update? It has been a wild ride, but change is on the wind right now in the Iowa City area real estate market. And paradoxically, that includes good news for both buyers and sellers. So stay tuned to find out more. Hi there, my name's Emily Farber and I'm a realtor here in the greater Iowa City area. I create YouTube content all about the Iowa City area and real estate, and I welcome your questions. You can comment down below or you can reach out to speak with me personally via phone, text, or email. My contact information can be found in the description box down below this video. If you're watching on your phone, all you need to do is tap the title of this video and that will pop right open for you. Today's video is a quick update on the Iowa City area real estate market for July 2021, including how the market has changed in the last few months and what it's really like for buyers and sellers right now, including the types of offers that are being accepted. While every transaction is different, it's important to have a broader view of the trends currently at play in the market. Keep in mind, when we look at trends, we're always just a little behind in the time because we need to wait for the last month's numbers to come out. It's no secret that the real estate market has been on fire nationwide, and locally we have also been seeing larger than average increases in prices here in 21. Year after year, the Iowa City area tends to see an average rate of appreciation between 2 and 4% a year, but the information we have so far is showing a jump of almost 9% between 2020 and 2021. According to the data that I have available, our local market hit its peak for sales prices around June of 2021 and is now actually decreasing. This chart here shows the crazy spike in single-family house sales prices for Iowa City, Coralville, North Liberty, Tiffin, and Solon from January to June. And here you can see that the average price has dropped from $315,000 in June to $299,900 in July. I'm betting the trend will continue to show a decrease or at least a flattening as we finish out August and move into the fall season. If we dial our search criteria in and we look at just individual cities, we can look at trends in location-specific areas. Here is Iowa City by itself. We hit a June peak of $333,000, and as of July, that had dropped to $301,800. Here's Coralville, which hit an all-time high in April of $391,000 and is now at $275,000. So I don't want to just gloss over this because that number is a pretty shocking price difference. There must have been a couple of really expensive houses sold in April to push the price average that high. Even with the bidding wars that we've been seeing, that would not explain an average sales price of $391,000 in Coralville. Keep in mind that our market here is not enormous, so you really need to keep your eye on the sample size. A few outliers can definitely skew things. Let's take a look at North Liberty. Its graph is different in that it didn't show a huge spike like Iowa City. It looks more like just the normal cyclical growth that we typically see. This is a bit surprising to me because North Liberty almost always seems like a hot ticket with buyers. It looks like North Liberty hit its peak in May at $302,000, and as of July, it was sitting at $279,950. Here is the same data for Iowa City, Coralville, North Liberty, Tiffin, and Solon, except for condos. The condo market was not as strong as the single-family house market, which is to be expected, and it didn't see that extreme spike in sales prices. In fact, its highest point this year was February, closely followed by June, and as you can see, prices are now slightly declining as the market mellows and we move into fall. Even with this data showing us that sales prices are moving downward, don't misinterpret what that means. Lowball offers are not suddenly on the menu. As you can see here, as of July 2021, sellers of single-family homes were still, on average, accepting offers of 100.6% of listing price, and for condos it was at 99.9%. This adjustment in the market is, of course, good news for buyers, but any sellers out there who may be kicking themselves for missing the peak of the feeding frenzy that was the real estate market this spring do not need to despair. We're sitting at about 1.7 months of inventory for single-family homes and 2.2 months of inventory for condos, which is still a very, very solid seller's market. For your context, it's considered a balanced market at 5 to 6 months of supply. The lower the number, the more leverage sellers have. The higher the number, the more it favors buyers. In terms of what I'm seeing in my daily business, it feels like there are more homes popping up on the market, especially homes priced in that first-time buyer bracket of under $250,000. I've noticed some properties sit on the market and not get offers, especially ones that came on with prices that just made me say, you're crazy. So let that be a cautionary tale if you're selling. Of course you want as much money as you can possibly get for your property, but that doesn't give you a free pass for any asking price to fly. Make sure you really study those comps to understand what the best version of realistic is for your property. I had a buyer client who recently benefited from this very scenario. We looked at a very nice, little bit dated, but immaculately cared for house that had been on the market for more than 60 days, which is a long time on the market for this year. The sellers had done a combination of 2 price reductions totaling $50,000, which is a lot. I wrote an offer for my buyers, another $10,000 under that asking price, and it was accepted. I think if those sellers had started off at a more realistic price, they would have probably seen multiple offers and a significantly higher selling price than what they're now getting, especially because the home is in a very desirable neighborhood. For sellers, I'm finding that they still have a very good chance of getting a quick offer and one that they're happy with, especially if they listen to advice about appropriate pricing and they take the time to prepare the house to show its best, which means a good cleaning and decluttering, considering staging where appropriate, and sprucing up those high impact factors like painting and landscaping. So there you have it. Trends and statistics, while not always the most exciting topic in the world, are important when making real estate decisions because they will guide you in how to write the best offer for the current market conditions if you're a buyer, and they'll guide you in formulating your game plan for success if you're a seller. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing to my channel if you want more information about what it's like to live here in the greater Iowa City area, and if you want more information about what's happening in the real estate market right now. Hey, it's been fun, and I'll catch you later.